WRGX, your hometown NBC.
I'm at the wall.
You're watching WRGX First News at 4, your hometown NBC.
Good afternoon, I'm Maggie DesRosiers. Thanks for joining us for WRGX First News at 4. Alabama head football coach Nick Saban has tested positive for COVID-19. School officials made the announcement this morning. Saban is experiencing mild symptoms and will isolate in his home. It has not yet been announced who will oversee preparations for game day and serve as the interim head coach. The most likely option is offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian. Sarkisian was a head coach at USC and Washington. Many people are on the road today headed to Grandma's house for Thanksgiving. This despite urging warnings from the CDC to limit Thanksgiving gatherings this year. Here's a live look at the roadways around the state this afternoon, where traffic has been heavy most of the day. Rush hour traffic will make things even worse for commuters. Alabama State Troopers reminding everyone to pay attention on roadways during the holiday travel period. For starters, stay off your phone. Don't text and drive. Also, don't get behind the wheel if you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol. AAA believes that nearly 48 million Americans will be traveling on the road this Thanksgiving. The holiday is the most traveled and also the most dangerous. Alabama State Trooper Joel Hart says 2019 Thanksgiving saw 522 crashes investigated nationwide. 11 of them resulted in fatalities. State troopers want to lower crashes, injuries, and fatalities this Thanksgiving by asking drivers to slow down, not drink and drive, buckle up, and not follow drivers too closely on the roadways.
Getting in a hurry, let's try to leave a little bit earlier so we're not getting impatient and following too close on the roadways today.
Trooper Hart says one thing that drivers need to be aware of is if they're traveling through Alabama this Thanksgiving is the move over law that went into effect in September of 2019. If you see emergency vehicles assisting a driver, move over to the left lane if possible. After a months of preparation, hundreds of Ozark community members will now have a Thanksgiving dinner. Mission Point spent their morning today handing out over 230 bags of food, and each bag consisted of either a ham, whole chicken, a turkey, along with canned vegetables, fruit, mac and cheese. These meals during COVID-19 allows for these families to have some sense of normalcy.
Well, a lot of folks are still struggling. We still got the pandemic going on. There's a high rise in cases. People are still unemployed. They're not getting government assistance regular like they're supposed to or need. So it's important that they at least have something on the table for their spiritual and mental, not only their physical, but their mental state of mind, knowing that things are progressing and things are getting better.
Mission Point also gave meals to numerous senior centers throughout Dale County, along with SpectraCare. Well, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and we know many of you will be doing things a little differently this year. But with the help of technology, you can still get quality time with loved ones. Liz McLaughlin shows us how.
COVID-19 concerns are putting many in-person gatherings on hold for the holidays.
So girls, are you excited for Thanksgiving?
But it's still important to get FaceTime with family.
Just touch base with them and make sure that they know that you're thinking of them, and set up Zooms with them.
This Thanksgiving, video conferencing service Zoom is lifting the 40-minute time limit on its free version.
So you can have longer get-togethers without having the paid version of Zoom.
For any video chat method, ensure you'll be seen and heard with a well-lit, quiet setting and the right device.
Frankly, most laptops have built-in microphones and built-in cameras that are not very good. Your phone is actually much better.
Try an inexpensive tripod or ring light for a better picture. Some video chat apps even have filters,
Frames, and some really fun stickers.
The House Party app has built-in activities such as cards and charades games.
Emily and I are going to act, and John, you guess, ready?
Or try teaming up to solve a mystery in an online escape room.
We got to figure this out because we're running out of time.
With Teleparty, families can have an online watch party for content from streaming apps like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney+.
So you can all watch like the same Thanksgiving movie or holiday movie together.
And if you want to work off an indulgent dinner, sign up for a virtual turkey trot.
It gives you motivation, gives you a reason to get off the couch.
Just a few ways to stay connected while staying safe over the holidays. Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Tabletopia is another site to find hundreds of board games you can play with your family online for free. Well, showers moving into the state today. How long will they hang around? Chief Meteorologist David Paul is joining us now to introduce a new face to WRGX. David.
Thank you, Maggie. Yeah, we have someone that will be filling in once in a while here going forward. This is Holly Baker. She is a student at the University of South Alabama, Mobile. She's majoring in meteorology. She's graduating in May. And Holly, you've been here before. You interned with me a couple years ago, and you're kind of local, you can call yourself, huh?
Yes, I'm from here. I've been born and raised here, so.
All right, so she'll be filling in today. She'll be filling in on Friday, early next week as well. She'll be a little nervous here going forward, but we'll get over the nerves right now because you're on. Go to the wall and take it away. This is Holly.
So right now we're in Dothan, Alabama. 77 degrees is our temperature, so that's quite warm for us. Our winds are out of the south at 15 miles per hour. Overall, we're looking at the upper 70s across the charts. We're looking at 77 in Dothan, Alabama, 76 in Bonifay, and 65 is in Troy, so that's a little bit cooler for us. And you can see that rain in Troy, and that's probably what's cooling down Troy on our Doppler radar. And we'll be tracking some of those storms as we move forward with our forecast. As far as our clouds go, we do have a lot of heavy cloud cover across the Wiregrass up into Montgomery and Andalusia. And then for going into later on this evening, we have 69 degrees for 7 o'clock. 65 for 9 o'clock, and we have 64 for 11 o'clock. With our rain chances, they're picking up to about 20 to 10%. Maggie?
All right, Holly, thanks a lot. Former Montgomery Police Chief Cody Smith, is asking Alabama Supreme Court to reverse his manslaughter conviction. A jury found Smith not justified in a fatally shooting Greg Gunn during an on-duty encounter in 2016. This week, the state filed its response to Smith's appeal brief quelling the defense's arguments. No word when the Court of Criminal Appeals may rule on this case. Trooper Hart says one thing drivers need to be aware of if they're traveling through Alabama this Thanksgiving is a move over law. My apologies, that's not the story we're on today. As of this morning, Alabama has 239,318 cases of COVID-19. That's according to the Alabama Department of Public Health's dashboard. There have been 199,629 confirmed cases, and there have been just over 3,500 deaths in the state. The state mask order is in effect for at least another 2 weeks and could be extended. And now health experts say we can expect to continue to wear a mask until herd immunity. And that simply means a large portion of the population is immune to the disease by a vaccine or a natural occurrence. But it's hard to know when we will reach that herd immunity. Since COVID-19 is fairly contagious, Williford says we will also have to consider how many people in the population have not been affected. Okay. This morning, we are taking our first look at one of the ultra-cold coolers that will be used to store Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine, but we will be talking about that in just a moment. We're going to head over to break right now. Thank you.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, our Black Friday 7-day sale lets you shop when you want. Save up to 50% with no rush shopping in-store and online. Top it all off with an extra 10% off your entire purchase. Or 24 months 0% interest financing. Plus, choose from 5 year-end mattress deals. Take the stress out of your holiday shopping at Badcock's Black Friday 7-day sale. For details, visit badcock.com.
We've been helping families make joy for over 100 years. In America, we're not about to take this year off. So at the Ford Built for the Holiday sales event, get 0% APR financing for 60 months, 90 days payment deferment, and $2,000 trade assist cash on select Ford SUVs and Fusion. That's on top of what your eligible trade is worth. So get the family together. Take the scenic route. And and make some joy this season. Ford, built for the holidays.
I'm John Ossoff, and I approve this message.
January 24th, U.S. senators were briefed on coronavirus. Instead of preparing our country, David Perdue traded millions in personal stocks. Surprising, unless you know David Perdue, the guy who got rich outsourcing good American jobs to China, denied thousands of women equal pay, and worked for a payday lender that ripped off veterans. So of course David Perdue profited from the pandemic. That's what David Perdue does.
At Honda, we take the holidays seriously. Both with serious rugged performance and serious capability. So while others might be dreaming of winter wonderlands, you could be shattering expectations with the best value of the season. Now's the best time to get into a new Honda. KBB.com's best value brand for 2020. Visit Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer or shop online to get a great offer on the Pilot.
Download the WTVY app for instant updates on the coronavirus.
Welcome back. I'd like to apologize for some technical difficulties we just had, but the state mask order is in effect at least for another 2 weeks and could be extended. Now, health care experts say we can expect to continue to wear masks until the population reaches a certain herd immunity threshold. Herd immunity simply means a large portion of the population is immune to a disease, either by a vaccine or natural occurrence. But it's hard to know when we will reach herd immunity.
First thing we have to consider is how effective is the vaccine. So, early reports out of these vaccines that have been made by this mRNA technology say that they're above 90% effective.
Since COVID-19 is fairly contagious, Williford says we will also have to consider how many people in the population have not been infected. Like just about everything else in 2020, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is adjusting in light of the pandemic. No crowds lining New York City streets, a very small footprint for the event, but the bottom line, it is happening. And today's Hoda Kotb will be hosting along with Savannah Guthrie and Al Roker. Mark Barger talked with Hoda about it.
The balloons will fly!
Brisk winds did not ruin things last year. COVID-19 won't this year.
Thanksgiving ain't Thanksgiving without the Macy's Day Parade, and I'm so happy we're doing it.
But changes include trimming a 2-mile parade route to just Herald Square with no sidewalk spectators and those iconic balloons wrangled by special vehicles instead of handlers on foot.
It's going to be different, obviously. You're not going to have all the crowds and all that stuff. But for most people who watch it from home, you're going to see what you normally see.
That includes performances from the likes of Dolly Parton and Patti LaBelle and the cast of several Broadway shows. Parade perennial Al Roker will also be there.
And good morning, everybody.
Bouncing back from prostate cancer surgery earlier this month.
We're very hopeful that Al will be just in his typical rare form on Parade Day.
It's an event Kotb savors even more now as mom to adopted daughters Haley and Hope.
Watching them marvel at those balloons, it was like they couldn't believe what they were witnessing. The idea that they are going to be even on television this year seeing Santa is just incredible to me.
The continuation of a 94-year Thanksgiving tradition.
You have to have it on in the background while you're making your gravy. I mean, what would we be doing without it going?
It's a question holiday chefs will not have to answer.
Macy's
Mark Barger,
Thanksgiving
NBC
Day
News.
Starts 9 a.m.
Marching bands will also still be part of the parade, but only ones from the New York City area. Invitations to other bands from around the country are being deferred to 2021 because of the pandemic. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade airs at 9 a.m. right here on NBC, followed by the National Dog Show at noon and NFL football in primetime. The Baltimore Ravens visiting their arch rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, if you know of someone in need this Thanksgiving that could use a good meal tomorrow, there are several opportunities in the Wiregrass to choose from. In Daleville, there's Chopper's Old School Barbecue, and that will take place from 11 until 3. There are drop-off points at Fort Rucker, Enterprise, Level Plains, and Ozark. In Dothan, there will be meals at the Dothan Rescue Mission, Living Hope Community Outreach Center, Love in Action Ministries, and Mama Tina's. At Enterprise, the Christian Mission will be serving a drive-through only meal. If you would like to help Or get more information for someone who's in need, go to our website, WTVY.com, for more information. Let's head over to Holly Baker now for a look at what she's covering in her full forecast. Holly?
Hey Maggie, well actually it's going to be warmer temperatures is what we're actually tracking, but we do have some isolated showers to come. Our highs are going to be around the 80s, but we'll have more when we come back.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get $4,500 cash allowance on all 2020 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. See your South Alabama Chevy dealers.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. Ooh, we're going rogue now.
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
There really is peace of mind that comes with knowing your family is covered by Blue Cross. I'm not sure we'd be able to relax like this without them. Depending on Blue Cross is nothing new for our family, but now I understand why my parents always trusted them to protect us. Blue Cross helps keep our family safe by giving us all of the tools and information we need to make our own health decisions. It's a lot simpler than learning the rules of these games, which is sometimes optional.
Head home this holiday with the one you love. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today for exceptional lease and financing offers at the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event.
Follow WTVY on Instagram.
Hello, so our temperatures, we're looking in the upper 70s for our temperatures. That's pretty warm for us going into Thanksgiving. Troy is 65. With our Doppler radar, you see that there's just there are some scattered, isolated storms that are happening right now. Dalton's looking pretty clear, but that might affect our area later on. But if you zoom in, you see that Andalusia and places around the Wiregrass like Troy are experiencing some of those showers now, which is causing their temperatures to cool down. Overall, for our clouds, we do have a bunch of clouds that are showing up on the radar, clouds and rain. Dalton's still staying a little bit drier, but that is going to be coming to us sooner than later. And then now we have our Gulfcast for the beach. So for the beach, if you're going to the beach this weekend, the water temperatures are going to be 70 degrees. So that's going to be a little warm for you for right now, but those temperatures might cool down. The beach flags are yellow. For tonight, 64 degrees, so it's going to cool down to about 64, cloudy with some showers, precipitation. So our chance of rain is about 20% for tonight. 20% for tonight with our winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now for tomorrow, we have our highs of being 80 degrees, partly sunny. Our rain chances are about 30%, so that's going to increase, and you'll see that increase as we move on through the rest of the week. Now for our 3 days, if we're looking at our 3 days, we see that the temperatures stay really warm. Our chances of rain are increased. And then you go to Saturday, you also see that those chances of rain, Sunday, the chances of rain increase. So we'll be tracking that. But look at those temperatures. Those temperatures are 66 on Sunday, 52 Monday, and on Tuesday, we're dipping down to the 40s, the upper 40s, and by Wednesday, 56. So with that being said, you do see that those temperatures are going to be cold. Our lows are going to be in the lower 30s towards the beginning of next week. But let's enjoy that warm weather while we can.
Well, Holly, I see that there are definitely a variety of different temperatures. I can't believe that we're going to be seeing 80s and then we're going to be seeing 50s and 30s are coming up. I feel like it's just kind of all over the place. What do you think?
Yeah, it really is. But I mean, I guess we can enjoy that warm weather while we can, and that rain. Make sure you bring a rain jacket or a raincoat if you're out with the Black Friday shopping or anything like that. And then make sure if you're out Black Friday shopping, buy you a coat if you don't have one for those temperatures next week.
Definitely, you're going to need it. And I would definitely hope that the rain doesn't end up ruining too many people's holiday plans. I hope that it stays out of people's way. Well, it's one of the most famous Thanksgiving events. We're going to be talking about the National Dog Show when we come back right after the break. Stay with us.
It was time to update the bathroom.
But we wanted to work with a company we could trust.
And Rebath made it effortless. A Rebath design consultant came to our home and presented us ideas and products in a way that made our decision simple.
They took away the old, installed the new, and gave us the bathroom
we always wanted.
Trust Rebath with the safety in your bathroom. Call 334-954-1377 and save $750 off your tub or shower update.
Got a legal question? Brock & Stout offers free legal advice for anyone with questions about Social Security, bankruptcy, or personal injury. Visit WTVY.com's community section and submit your question today.
If you have creditors harassing you day and night, you don't have to live in fear. Are your wages being garnished? Are you facing a foreclosure? Are you buried in debt and can't get ahead? Call Brock & Stout today, and we can end those harassing calls tomorrow.
Call Brock & Stout today.
Play more golf and save now with the Robert Trent Jones Trail Card. Buy your 2021 Trail Card today for just $35 and save on every round you play. Plus, you'll earn loyalty points you can redeem for rounds of golf. Enjoy world-class golf that's not a world away with the 2021 Robert Trent Jones Trail Card. Only $35. Available now at the nearest trail site or at rtjgolf.com/trailcard.
Alexander Shinara is available 24/7 nights and weekends.
Call me, Alabama.
Watching WTVY on Amazon Fire is easier than you might think. WTVY, click, click, boom, and watch. Like I said, easy.
Find News 4 on all the social media platforms you love. Follow WTVY on Instagram. Download the WTVY app for instant updates on the coronavirus.
During the pandemic and post-election fight, when you fear there's no common ground, just remember,
everybody loves pie.
Whether it's mince or metaphorical, that's the message this year from the Bipartisan Policy Center. At your virtual Thanksgiving dinner, BPC founder Jason Grumet says hands off the mute button. Instead, he's encouraging you to dish out the political discourse.
You know, you can't talk about the issues you care about with the people you care about. It's hard to expect that the U.S. Congress is going to do much better.
Is such a task possible? We sat in as politicians from across the aisle sat across the digital dinner table and shared some bipartisan tips.
To do what you do, even if you have to disagree with someone, to do it with love and not out of hate. That's the best you can hope for.
There is good in everybody, but you need to create spaces and places to find it, to break bread.
Because even in 2020, these lawmakers say there's much to be thankful for. Reporting in Washington, I'm Kristen Casper.
Well, along with turkey, football, parades, and maybe a little bit of shopping, something else has become part of Thanksgiving Day over the year: dogs. Mark Barger previews the National Dog Show coming up on Thursday afternoon.
Happy Thanksgiving, one and all. 19 years in, the National Dog Show's become a Thanksgiving Day tradition.
It's really remarkable that we're looking at year number 19. Normally, I kill shows a lot quicker than that.
But host John O'Hurley and analyst David Fry have seen the canine cavalcade captivate millions.
Everybody loves to look at little doggy eyes. And when you're playing around with the remote on Thanksgiving Day and you see those little puppy eyes, you'll stop and watch.
In fact, for 2020, TV is the only way doggy disciples can see it.
We don't have any spectators this year. We can't allow any spectators in, so we're doing cutouts like they do at all the sporting events.
That in-person ban extends to the hosts who are working from home.
This will be the first time in 19 years that we've actually gotten a taste of turkey in the four walls of our own neighborhoods.
The dog handlers, meanwhile, are masked up, prepping their pooches outdoors.
It's about the dog, and that's, I think, the best handlers. They get invisible and they know what their dog is all about, and they just stay out of the way.
More than 500 dogs, down from the normal 2,000, all champions of their breeds, will vie to follow in the footsteps of last year's winner, Thor, who was best in show.
The dog tells you, I own the ground I stand over, and I'm in charge, and I'm the best there ever was. An old dog show judge once told me, he says, it's a dog show, and you got to show.
Grabbing the holiday spotlight. Mark Barger, NBC News.
Well, the National Dog Show airs Thanksgiving Day at noon here on WRGX right after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We're just 3 days away from this year's Iron Bowl. News 4 will preview this year's big game with their annual Iron Bowl special on Thanksgiving Day. The program will air at 5 p.m. Thanksgiving Day on WTVY. It will rerun at 5:30 p.m. here on WRGX. The show will run one final time at noon on Friday over on WTVY. Saturday's game is at 2:30 right here, right on our sister station, CBS. Some clouds and humidity to come back to the Wiregrass as we head into the holiday. Holly has another look at your Thanksgiving forecast when we come back. Stay with us.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get $4,500 cash allowance on all 2020 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. See your South Alabama Chevy dealers.
At Honda, we take the holidays seriously. Both with serious top performance and serious design. So while others may be rushing to get that last item on their wish list, you could enjoy peace of mind knowing you got a great offer on the best gift of the season. Now's the best time to get into a new Honda, KBB.com's best value brand for 2020. Visit Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer or shop online to get a great offer on the Civic sedan.
Georgia is grateful for the doctors, nurses, first responders, for those who sacrificed to keep the lights on, to keep us fed, to keep us safe, to keep us moving. For the teachers who have gone above and beyond. For the love and support of our families. Everybody in Georgia is thankful for everyone who stepped up to get us through this year. And now it's time to step up for them, to reunite our country and end this crisis. I'll work with Joe Biden to beat the virus, empowering medical experts to implement a national health strategy with free testing and vaccinations, to provide immediate financial relief for working families and small businesses, and an infrastructure and jobs program that will jumpstart our economy. And when we get this done, next year it's Thanksgiving with the whole family. To all who have given so much this year, thank you. I'm John Ossoff, and I approve this message.
Download the WTVY app for instant updates on the coronavirus.
Yes, so for later on tonight, we see those temperatures are going to be dropping off. 69 degrees to start with, but by the end of the night, going into midnight, our temperatures will be 64 degrees. So that's quite mild for overnight, with some small showers to be possible in the beginning of the night, and then those chances drop off to about 10%. With our winds, they're coming from the south, but that's pretty much all that we're going to be expecting. Partly cloudy overnight for the most part.
All right, well, our 7-day forecast is definitely looking interesting. I know we're going to be seeing a lot of different things. I hope that you have something fun planned tomorrow, Holly, for Thanksgiving. Do you have anything special planned?
Yes, I'm going to eat, and I'm going to eat good.
Oh, well, definitely. I'm planning on making my mom stuffing because I can't be home for the holidays because I'll be anchoring over on WTVY, but hopefully it'll be just as good as she makes it, even though I'm sure it won't be.
Taste good. I'm sure it
We'll
will.
definitely have to try our best. Well, but I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us over here for WRGX. And thank you guys for joining us for First News at 4. You're all cut up for now, and we'll see you back here at 5:30.